lot of people see the city of Cape Town and its suburbs as a panhandle down to the airport. And on each side of the panhandle is a sort of unknown territory for a large amount of people, even from Cape Town. So we wanted to show that world. A lot of people from the flat said it was a conglomerate of forgotten communities, and we wanted to tell their story. I need you to go further along the road though, because we are going to be shooting. We involved a lot of the local people to do the catering and security, and eventually some of those people became big players in the film. For example, after some ladies showed me their community garden while location scouting, it became the setting for one of our scenes. So we tried to incorporate real life situations wherever we could. There's no such thing as a simple bad person in a film. And I think that's the same with life. I don't think there's good people and bad people. I think there's some who tend towards one way and some who tend towards the other. We went to shoot in Manenberg, in a street where the Hard Livings gang hang out. And they came and asked us what we were doing, and they stopped the shoot. We told them that we were trying to tell an honest story about life in the flat. So they considered this and they gave us permission to shoot that morning. It was great to get that insight into the presence of the gangs who are both a threat in society from time to time, but maintain some authority within those societies. So we needed to work with them. As far as I know, this is the first film that uses Sabela, which is the language of the number gangs. It's a coded language that's almost 100 years old. The language is a hybrid, where a lot of the terms and expressions are drawn from the Anglo-Boer War. A lot of what is used in that patois is their system to identify members of the numbers gang. And it's an amazing piece of South African history that lives on inside the prisons through the generations of the numbers gang. There's this notion of the legacy of the prisons for a lot of men inside the prison, where their fathers were there before them, and they believed their sons would be there after them. I wanted our story to be about a guy who leaves the numbers. And the more I spoke to people about that, the more they said, well, you can't do that. It's not true. No one could really put their finger on why it was not true, other than this idea that you've got a blood debt to the number, and you've got to pay that debt. Who's judging when that debt is paid? No one seems to know. So the number has a lifetime hold on people as a result of that. There are people who live all their lives without ever doing a bad thing, and who are right there in the flats, and who are living in just as difficult circumstances as people who have decided to take what we consider to be a wrong path.